Sports tonight, and we've made a change. Well, not really making a change. Dumnodio Konta, Saeed Abbas have joined me now on Sports tonight, and together we'll take a look at a whole lot in terms of what football is offering this weekend. So let me just quickly introduce you to my partners on the show tonight, looking sweet as always. Saeed loves Fridays, and is always specially prepared for Fridays. Today is not any different.
Exactly, that's always been like that.
So let's just get the show out of the way.
Once and for all.
And then the weekend starts.
Exactly.
All right, Dumnodi, it's been a very busy day, traffic everywhere. But good to have you on a special day like this, because tonight, later on, maybe the next couple of minutes, we will be focusing on the new season. And our usual style, this is when you make your friends and you make your enemies. By the time you do the table, and you tell us which teams are going to be title contenders, which team will be in the middle of the table, which teams will be going down or struggling this season. So please get ready for that part of the show. No, I mean, how do I say it?
Hard feelings.
No hard feelings, because what we've done really is to try to do the job as professionally as we can, looking at the records of these teams in the last 2-3 seasons. All right, but before we do that, there's a lot to talk about, and we'll just deal with these issues one after the other. Let's just once again remind you, Channel's National Kids Cup Season 7, remember, is really hotting up, is around the corner, and we need to just once again give you some updates around what Channels is putting together and what you need to do in terms of preparations for Channel's National Kids Cup Season 7. Also, Nokonakwan was on the show yesterday, and he told you all that you need to know, that submission of forms, collection of forms are still ongoing, and these forms must be submitted by Monday. By Monday, the forms should come in.
By Monday. Initially, it was meant to be today. We got to give. Is it 48 hours? Okay, let's assume we work on Saturday, yeah? We work on Sunday.
Yes, Saturday,
we work
Sunday.
on Monday. That's like 72 hours deadline for these schools to get their form here. Because they've had enough time because we just have to get ready. Try to do our job as much as possible, because we have a lot of forms here, and we have this year have been oversubscribed. But we just have to allow, it's an open feed about as much as you can, so that some schools will feel that we are trying to...
You are sidelined.
We are sidelined, because we had last year, we knew what we faced. After, even when we have finished the screening, the fixtures are out, some schools are still coming here because they want to be part of it. So we don't want that kind of arrangement. So we are saying, get your form, it's cheap. It's free of charge.
Free
of charge. It's free of charge. So that I know people are really to wonder how much, because when I go, how much should you pay? Somebody came here today to submit, said, are we supposed to pay? I said no, it's free of charge. If anybody asks you for money, it's not from Channels TV. If anybody asks you for money,
now it's not a channel. It's not
from Channels TV. So
it's free.
It's free.
And of course, well, anyhow, usually schools are not supposed to be open on Saturdays and Sunday. But anyhow, if you are able to go to Lagos State Football Association,
even if you come to our office here
tomorrow,
if you come to our office
Sunday,
here,
you can still pick the forms.
Yes. You can
submit on Monday.
And submit on Monday. But you can, if you want to submit, there's Saturday, there's Sunday.
Open for you.
It's open for you.
Come and submit. All right. So that's just for those who are asking, calling all the time. What is the procedure? What do we do? Dumnodi has explained to you. It is still on. Take this opportunity, make it count for your school. All right, let's step up now, gentlemen. Plenty of football to talk about. The first one, the Nigerian Football Federation, South African Football Association today confirmed that Nigeria will be playing Bafana of South Africa in a friendly on the 29th of March. We were supposed to be playing Ghana in London, but there's a new directive from FIFA. You can't play across 2 continents within 3 days. So we have to look for another game within this continent. And thankfully, South Africa is available for us. And that's very huge. So the Eagles against familiar foes, Dumnodi.
Well, I think somebody said if you can't get apple, you get orange. They are both fruits, and they are sweet. But depending on the kind of test you want. But I think we've gotten a better test. even though a lot of people say Ghana would have given us the bigger, bigger challenge, but the South Africans, given our meetings in the last 2-3 years, have shown that they are gradually getting closer to matching.
It's a good test. South Africa is a good test for us,
Yes,
considering the fact that the last time we played them, the last 2 games we played, no winner, no vanquished.
At all. In fact, they almost defeated us here in Nigeria. So I think they'll be a good test for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They are actually a younger side, also developing and trying to progress also in their football. It's a very good one coming from us. If I'm not playing Ghana, we're playing South Africa. It's all the same thing.
Well, Nesprit, Mombela Stadium.
We're used to it.
Yes, that was a good ground for us.
We played there in 2013. So we more or less, I think our first, remember when we were to play Mozambique in the 2010 qualifiers, we went to Nesprit. We
trained in Nesprit.
We trained in Nesprit, so so it's not.
It's like second home to us.
Yeah, second home to Nigeria. The beauty of it is that we have taken advantage of the FIFA free window. In 3 days, we are playing 20 games, and that's what the NFF should be doing now.
I think
we have to commend the NFF for taking advantage of the FIFA free window.
Particularly the fact that we had to adjust.
Exactly.
We should commend them.
We all felt
being able to adjust quickly from not playing Ghana,
from not playing Brazil to Bolivia,
and then being able to get Bolivia and then get South Africa.
That's what management is all about. You have to be able to, as a manager, you have to be problem solver, no matter what, because a problem gets to arise
and react quickly.
It depends on how you quickly solve the problem, which is why they deserve this recommendation now.
All right, so we're looking forward to it. 2 games in March. But the question is, who is leading us into these games? Well, it looks like the NFF are sorting out the issue of a contract for Stephen Keshi, because we were told that Stephen Keshi has come in today and will be meeting with the technical committee over that contract. So maybe in the next couple of days, that issue will finally be laid to rest. It's high time we pushed aside all our failings of the past and begin to look to the future, because before you know it, Nodi, it's June. 2 games in June. You don't start well, you start chasing the group.
The beauty of these friendly games that the beauty will force the NFF and Keshi to come up to the negotiating table and get a reasonable
reach a compromise.
Reach a compromise. Thank you very much. Get a win-win expectation at the end of the day. If we are not playing, let's assume this match windows.
We're not being used. We could have dilly-dallied even more.
That's it. So that really opens our eyes to the fact that we don't have a coach. And we must get our coach
in place for these 2 games.
Whether it's Keshi, whether it's Amokachi, let's get somebody who will lead the team. If the person will lead the team, nobody will question the team list. Because that's where Nigeria.
And then we can begin to know that we are having a semblance of preparation for the games ahead.
Yes, exactly. Because once the team lists are released and the Keshi issue is not settled out, Nigeria will going to raise questions as to who released that team.
Qualifiers for major tournaments will start now. By the time we get to lose 1 match now, we begin to have problems. That was the same thing that happened in 2012 prior to Equatorial Guinea and Gabon. The same thing in 2015, prior to Equatorial Guinea 2015. So by the time we lose 1 particular match, we begin to have the problems, start making calculations and all that. To avoid such now, we have to settle the issue of coaches and all that.
As quickly as possible. All right, so the ball is in the court of the Nigerian Football Federation to sort these things out as quickly as possible, so that as we go into these 2 games, we're going with a settled mind and we're going being aware of the fact that we have a team in place and we are building towards the start of the qualifiers for the 2017 African Cup of Nations and the 2018 World Cup that will be taking place in Russia. All right, gentlemen, All Africa Games is also one of the games lined up for this weekend. Nigeria against Gabon. A lot of people are not putting their minds to this. The National Sports Commission have thrown the gates open, and Nigeria also has a 4-1 first leg advantage. So people are not really putting their minds to it. They look like it's done and dusted.
I think this should be like an awareness campaign. I think the NFL should take this as an awareness campaign to the fans in Abuja that each time we are playing a game, by the time we advertise that the gates are going to be thrown open, please make yourself available.
Take advantage of it.
That's what we use. Even though we have the one first leg advantage, we have more or less one leg in the final round. But the fact is that the NFL should take this as the awareness campaign. This is where you should start those campaign. Get the fans. Do what we did in 2010 when we went to play Ethiopia, Mozambique, and Kenya here, where we have to go to the nook and crannies, to those places where you have large number of people, where you have the urban area, the residential areas, where you have to do.
And they went to the markets as well.
They went to the markets. They went to the street. They had the road show.
Yes.
This is
mass mobilization.
Yes.
Ensure people
because
get
But
we
can
have
we,
to
can, we, can we do that again? That's the issue.
No, let's do that. I'm not saying because of the tournament. I'm going to say let the fans come back because a lot of fans have missed watching.
Make it our culture.
Let's just forget the fact that we played Sudan in Abuja and the other after just once. That was the only 20 matches we played. But Abuja had been off for close to 2-3 years.
Because we've been playing our game in Uyo.
Uyo,
After this South
Calabar.
Africa games now, the next game of the Super Eagles will be in Uyo.
Uyo.
And I'm sure Uyo will not have a problem because people in Uyo will want to come out in large numbers to watch the Eagles.
It's like a newborn baby.
Yeah, so everybody will come to celebrate. All right, let's go to Dakar very quickly. The Under-20 Championship, the CAF Under-20 Championship is starting this weekend.